If you're on TikTok, you've probably seen Sarah Cooper's epic Trump lip-syncing videos.
We may be banning TikTok. We may be doing some other things. There are a couple of options.
I had a mask on. I sort of liked the way I looked. I thought it looked okay. It looked like the Lone Ranger.
So funny. Her successful take on President Trump led to her own Netflix special, which comes out later this month. And in this week's issue of People, she tells us how the viral hit began.
I started playing around with TikTok when my nephews introduced me last summer, but then I put it away because I was like, I'm over 40. I should not be on TikTok. You know what I mean? What am I doing on here? But during lockdown, I think even as a comedian too, like when you're trying to figure out ways to bring your comedy to life online, you're always looking for new ways to do that. So I actually just started lip syncing like some of my material because I record all my sets. And so I would listen to, you know, my old sets and make these little videos with lip syncing myself. Then I started lip syncing other people. Then I saw a really quick clip of somebody lip syncing Trump. And I said, oh, that's really weird. It's really weird seeing his voice coming out of somebody else's mouth.
I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute.
I made a few videos, and then the one where he's talking about injecting Lysol into his skin or into his veins and putting, you know, light under his skin. That one really went viral. And, you know, I introduced some characters in that one. I got a little bit more creative. I got props, you know, and that one really took off. And then he just kept saying crazy things. He kept giving me material. I do have to, in part, thank this person that I absolutely abhor for where I am right now.
Her Netflix variety special, Sarah Cooper, Everything's Fine, premieres October 27th. It features interviews and sketches dealing with everything from politics and race to gender and class, plus so much more.
It is a little movie, basically. And the movie is loosely about a morning show host who's having a bad day. And in between sort of the things that she's doing as a morning show host, you see sketches. And so it's kind of a variety show, and there's a bunch of cameos, most of whom I'm not allowed to share. But it takes you through the journey of me trying to deal with all this news. There's just so much news, like how can you even stand it? I kind of like things that don't make sense and you're not really sure why it's funny, but you're laughing.
Reflecting on her 2020, Sarah told us she never could have predicted this level of success. And it's well-timed, considering she was thinking about leaving comedy.
I guess the old saying, there's a silver lining to every cloud, is very true. And you kind of just don't know, with the entertainment world, you're really not sure where your big break is gonna come from. And if I've been like in the corporate world, I quit, I try to do something like acting, and then I go broke, and then I go back to the corporate world, and then I quit again, and then I go back. And I really have done that a few times. I really, you know, had this dream of doing entertainment, and I failed many times. And even to be honest, you know, I left Google 6 years ago. I published 2 books that did okay. And at the beginning of this year, I was thinking I might go back to Google, to be very honest with you. So thank you, President Trump, I guess, because I didn't have to go back to Google this year.
For more from Sarah Cooper, pick up this week's issue of People on Newsstands Friday.